Namaskar students, let's continue with our lesson. Kaskas says, indeed they say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king. Tomorrow the senators, the Roman senators, they are going to crown Caesar. They are going to establish Caesar as their king. Now let's study what Cassius said. Cassius, I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius says that he knows where he will wear his dagger. It means that he will pierce it into his heart and he will commit suicide, he will kill himself. I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. Cassius will deliver himself, will free himself, redeem himself from Caesar's bondage, from the slavery of Caesar. Cassius will redeem himself from the Caesar's suppressive rule. Therein, ye gods, you make the weak most strong. Ye gods, you make the weak most strong. How? Giving them the power to kill themselves. Then ye gods, you tyrants to defeat. In such a way, you defeat the tyrants, you defeat those rulers who suppress the subject and rule according to their wish. Therein, ye gods, you make the weak most strong. The weaker people, the weak people, when they do not like to live under these suppressive rulers, they kill themselves. Thus, ye gods, you have given the power to kill themselves and make these people the most strong. Then, ye gods, you tyrants to defeat. In such a way, you defeat the tyrants, these rulers who rule according to their own will and wish. These tyrants, these suppressive rulers, you defeat. You give the power to every citizen to kill himself or herself. And these kinds of tyrants, they will lose the subject. They will lose the subject. They will lose the subject as the subjects kill themselves. Then ye gods, you defeat the tyrants. No stony tower, no walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeon, nor strong links of iron can be retentive to the strength of spirit. And these various kinds of prisons made of stones, stony tower, walls of beaten brass, prisons with the brass walls, nor airless dungeon, the prison where air doesn't enter, nor strong links of iron, a prison with bars of iron rods, can be retentive to the strength of spirit, have the power to keep the souls in prison. No kind of prison has the power to retain the souls. No kind of prison has the power to retain, to hold the soul. God has given the power to everyone to kill himself or herself. Thus, these dictators, these tyrants, they lose their subjects. But life, being weary of these worldly bars, never lacks a power to dismiss itself. Life, being weary of these worldly bars, these worldly restrictions imposed by these rulers, these restrictions imposed by these rulers, everybody is tired. Everybody is troubled. And they all want to commit suicide. Never lacks a power to dismiss itself, dismiss the life. Everybody intends to dismiss their life because of these strong restrictions imposed by these rulers. If I know this, know all the world besides. If I know this, it means that everyone knows about it. All the world knows about it. Everybody in the world knows about it. That part of tyranny that I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure. I can redeem myself from the tyranny that I undergo, from the suppressive restrictions that I undergo in Caesar's rule. I can kill myself and redeem my soul from Caesar's suppression.